Hi, I'm Miss Trevino, and today we're going to be learning how to feed a fish. Do any of you know how to feed a fish? If you don't, that's okay, because in our classroom we have our class pets, and our class pets are fish. Let me show you. So we do have 3 fish in our classroom. This one right here is Taz. This bright colored one right here is Lucy. And we have the third one back there, the little orange one. And that one's Nemo. Well, at the end of today, at the end of this book we're going to read, it's going to show you how to feed a fish, okay? So the book that we have to read today is A Fish Out of Water by Helen Palmer, illustrated by P.D. Eastman. And right here we have plenty of fish. We have big ones, medium ones, and some tiny ones. And they kind of look just like Nemo, kind of. A fish out of water. This little fish, I said to Mr. Carp. I want him. I like him and he likes me. I will call him Odo. Very well, said Mr. Carp. Now I will tell you how to feed him. Then Mr. Carp told me, when you feed a fish, never feed him a lot. So much and no more, never more than a spot. Or something may happen, you never know what. Just a tiny bit will do for the fish. And the fish almost looks just like Nemo. Then I took Odo home. I gave him some food. I did not give him much, just one little spot. But this did not make Odo happy. He wanted more food. He had to have more food. Poor Odo. He just had to have more. Do you think he needed to have more? Let's see. I knew what Mr. Carp had told me. Never feed him a lot. Never more than a spot. Or something may happen. You never know what. But I gave Odo all the food in the box. Oh, that's a big no-no. Mr. Carp told him just a spot. Then something did happen. My little Odo began to grow. I saw him grow. I saw him grow and grow. Soon he was too big for his little fish bowl. Look at, he's so squashed in there. What could we do? There was just one thing to do. I put Odo into the flower bowl. There, Odo, I said, this will hold you. There he goes. But no, the flower bowl did not hold him. Odo went right on growing. This was not funny. Not funny at all. His tail was growing right out of the top. Look at his tail, poking right out of the flower pot. I grabbed the flower bowl. I ran with it. Odo, I said, I know just where to put you. Then you will be all right. He's running with this. I put him in a big pot, but Odo was not all right. I saw him grow some more. Very soon he was too big for the pot. I put him in the pot after pot. He was growing so fast. Poor Odo, my poor little fish. Oh, why did I feed him so much? Odo, I said, stop growing, please. But Odo could not stop growing. He was growing all the time. Very soon I ran out of pots. Look at all these pots. Mom will not be so happy he used all those pots, right? Odo had to have water. There was just one thing to do. I did it. I grabbed him. I grabbed him by the tail and I ran with him up to the tub. The tub is big. It can hold lots of water. The tub is big, right? Let's see if it works. At last. There, Odo, I said. This tub holds my father. This tub holds my mother. So it will hold you. Look at him. He's so big already. But the tub did not hold him at all. He went right on growing. Oh, Odo, I said, what can I do now? It overflowed into the whole room. Then crash, the door went down. Crash, Odo went down. I went down too. Oh, what a ride. That looks like a fun ride, but it should not happen. Down went the water into the cellar. And down went Odo too. I had to do something fast. I grabbed the phone. A cellar is just a space under your house. It's like the basement. And a basement and a cellar is just where your floor is on top and you go downstairs under the house. That's a basement. I called a policeman. Help, help, I said. I fed my fish too much. Mr. Carp told me not to, but I did. What, said the policeman? Mr. Carp told you not to, but you did? Too bad. I will come at once. The policeman came. My fish went that way, I said. He is down the cellar. The cop is like, what's going on with all this water? The policeman ran down with me. What a fish, he said. He is much too big to keep in a cellar. We will have to get him out. Wow. He's too big even for the cellar. We had to work and work to get Odo out. Poor Odo. Oh, why did I feed him so much? Mr. Carp told me something would happen. And it did. It did. Now we had Odo out of the cellar. But now Odo had no water. No water at all. A fish has to have water, I said to the policeman. We must take him to water. Get help. Call for help on your radio. The policeman called on the radio. He called for the fireman. Help, help, he said. A boy has fed a fish too much. A boy has fed a fish too much. We will come at once. The fireman came. They all helped to get Odo up. But where can we take him? I asked. Uptown? Downtown? Where do you think they can take him? Look at that. How many people it took to get that big fish? To the pool, yelled the fireman. To the pool? I yelled. And please hurry. There they go to the pool. They did hurry. The fire truck with Odo came right up to the pool. The fireman yelled, everyone get out of the pool. This fish is going in. Look at them running. They're all scared. Down into the pool went Odo. Into the pool with a big splash. Now I was happy. Now at last my Odo had water. Lots of water. This big pool was just the thing. This big pool would hold him. The pool looks like it could hold him because it's pretty big. Let's find out. But Odo went right on growing. Oh no. And no one wanted Odo in the pool. They did not like Odo at all. You take that fish out of here, they yelled. Oh, poor Odo. Look at them. There was just one thing to do. I did it. I ran to the phone. I called Mr. Carp. Please, please help me, I said. I fed Odo too much. Oh dear, said Mr. Carp. So you fed him too much? I knew you would. I always say don't, but you boys always do. Yes, I will come. So he knew he would feed him a lot. Then Mr. Carp came. He had a black box in his hand. He had a lot of other things too. What are you going to do, Mr. Carp? I asked him. But Mr. Carp said nothing. He just went right up to the pool. His little box and all his little things. He took his black box with him. And all the other things too. Splash! Mr. Carp jumped into the pool. Wow! Why would he jump into the pool with him? Splash! Down Odo went down too. All I could see was his tail. I could not see Mr. Carp at all. What was going on down there? What were they doing down there in the water? All he could see was Odo's tail. Now I could see nothing. Not Odo, not Mr. Carp, nothing at all. Would I see my Odo again? Would I see Mr. Carp again? Mr. Carp, I yelled. What are you doing? Are you all right? Nothing. Now they can't see nothing. Just water. Then jumped Mr. Carp. In his hands with the little fish bowl. In the bowl was my Odo. Mr. Carp had made him little again. Don't ask me how I did it, he said. But here is your fish. He is so small again, just like the beginning of the story. And from now on, said Mr. Carp, please don't feed him too much. Just so much and no more. Just this much and no more. Now that is what I always do. Now I feed Odo so much and no more, never more than a spot, or something may happen, and now I know what. And that's the end of our book, A Fish Out of Water. So today, like I said from the beginning, we're going to learn how to feed a fish. From the book, we do not want to feed him the whole box. We just want to feed him a spot. But since we have 3, we'll feed 3 little spots, okay? So I have some fish food here. And we're going to feed him just a spot. Let's get some food here. Just tap, tap, tap. I'm going to let you go ahead and grab some and feed them. We have Taz. Remember, we have 3 little fish. Taz, Lucy, and Nemo. So for the 3 little fish, this is a spot that feeds enough for 3. That's enough. We don't have to feed them all of that. Just enough. And there's the food. And here they come. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.